Problems, and Mike is, of course, fashionably late as usual. But we want to go ahead and welcome you all to the week before the Super Bowl. This is usually a thing where 1 week, it's media week, where everybody just gets in their jerseys, kind of like me. I'm in my jerseys without shoulder pads or anything like that. They get in front of a mic and they get asked stupid questions and yada, yada, yada. Speaking of late, there's Mike right there. Mike, what's going on? He is there, right on time as usual. How you doing?
Yeah.
You're actually a little weak, man.
Ah.
Oh no, you good. You good. My bad. So, like I was mentioning to coach as we were starting the show, it's this week between the last game of the playoffs and the Super Bowl, of course. That's where media attention starts to go awry, where all the players dressed up in their jerseys without pads, in front of a microphone, getting asked stupid questions. And something, there's not really a lot of news going on. There's a few hirings and firings going on, but nothing to go ahead and make it like really worthwhile. So I thought today we go ahead and we import some Jeopardy. And when I say Jeopardy, I'm talking about not any Jeopardy. I am talking about Super Bowl Jeopardy. That's right. So we have and let me just go ahead and pull it up here real quick. Now, obviously the teams may change here because Randy may be able to get on. He's having, what the hell was that? Somebody's messing up with their mics. Mike on the mic? No?
Right.
No, I'm hearing somebody scratch on the mic there. Anyway, so here's what we got going on. Again, like I said, the teams may change, but here's what we got going on. So we have 5 categories on Jeopardy that we have. We got MVPs, we got halftime performers, QBs and coaches. I think coach should do very well in that category. Memorable plays and Super Bowl ads. So go ahead, get acclimated to all this. Again, like I said, the 3 teams, I will be playing in this because I don't know the answers to these. I have not pre-read these. You're going to have to just take my word on it. And if Randy comes in here, we'll add a 4th. But right now, it's going to be us 3 right now. So, guys, get ready for that. Go ahead and get those MVPs, halftime performers, QBs, and coaches, memorable plays, and Super Bowl ads. But before we get into that, let's talk and give Randy a little more time here to maybe see if he can find a way to hop on. There are some coaching vacancies that have filled. Jacksonville has filled theirs, but not to the person that we thought they were going to go with. Apparently, Doug Peterson has accepted the coaching position at Jacksonville. Everybody thought it was Brian Leftwich going to go ahead and reunite with his old team, but apparently Brian was being a little bit of a biatch to the ownership and did not agree to a lot of things. So they just said, you know what? You're just not that important. We're bringing in Doug. Coach, comment on the coach. Do you think that this is a good move for Jacksonville?
I don't know. That's a hard question. I really thought the best move was Brian Leftwich, but they really, truly, Jacksonville believes in that GM, and they're going to rally behind the GM. I think in having Brian Leftwich, you would have the opportunity to bring some guys in because Brian Leftwich is very, very respected. Peterson, I mean, I can't.
Peterson's got the years, though. Peterson's got the years in there, so he knows he's been a head coach before. Leftwich has been a coordinator, so you are kind of getting experience in there. Now, is it good experience? I don't know. You got a very young quarterback you're working with,
and I think that's the question. Can you mentor and train a good quarterback? I mean, if you go back and you look at with Philly, and Mike can probably vouch for, he knows it a little bit better than me. They drafted, what was the receiver?
And the wrong one.
But they could have got what, Jefferson? They could have got some guys
all of them.
Like he missed on a lot of guys in the draft.
I think it was Ragnar. I forget how to say his name.
Yes, Ragnar. Yeah. And it's like you got Carson Wentz, but did you truly develop him? And I don't know. And those are the questions that I have with Peterson.
Yeah, but Carson came out in his first year and he just blew it away. I mean, so everybody thought he was like going to be like the next Brady. He was going to be like all this and all that, but it turns out he wasn't, and now he's in Indianapolis and he's barely throwing the ball, and when he does, he's losing games. You know, they're having to rely a whole lot more on their running game more than Wentz's arm, like Philly did that before.
Yeah. So here's my question, Charles.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville, you got money, you got to get players. Do you really think Peterson moved the needle for players to come?
I don't know. I think so. Listen, I think Peterson's going to give you that experience. I think he knows the league. He's been in that position before. So I think, if you really take it, I would have to say experience wins. I think the way they went about it, maybe the GM is just rubbing people the wrong way. So I don't know. That could influence the players. But I think Peterson is the guy you need for a young team that knows and has experience with that and can do it. Somebody else wants to jump on and actually comment there. We got Freddie.
Oh.
Freddie's in the house. He heard about Jeopardy and he wants to go ahead and chime in. Freddie, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Hey,
I believe this is my touchdown crew debut of the season. What's up, Coach? I see the smile up bright early in the morning. I love it.
Man, what's up, Freddie?
Absolutely.
Charles, he ain't gonna stay long. Just though he ain't gonna stay long.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
Oh no,
we were just talking about Doug Peterson going to the Jaguars. What do you think on that move?
I mean, I understand it. I love it. I mean, he's a coach that won a Super Bowl. He is experienced. And he has dealt with a young quarterback in Carson Wentz. And I mean, I understand the Leftwich situation as well. A guy that's been drafted by Jacksonville, that plays there like kind of like a dream job, and we do have to take for account that he did play under Bruce Arians. He did call plays for Tom Brady as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I understand it. I mean, Doug Peterson is a safe pick. He's a pick that that he do know how to develop a young quarterback. So I mean, I understand it. I understand where people feel like, Leftwich got left out as well. So I understand both sides.
Yeah. Mike, we didn't get your take on this. Doug Peterson, do you think it's a good move or a bad move for Jacksonville, and why?
I don't like Doug. I don't like Doug at all. And he's best friends with Matt Nagy, and that might be a part of why I don't like Doug. And he's been a part of the Bears training camps for a couple years. But my big thing about Doug, here's my thing about Carson in that amazing rookie season. It wasn't a rookie season, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The thing about that is, and I think Coach can attest to it, is once they have tape on you, it's a whole different ball game going in the year two. And I don't care if he tore his ACL or not. Carson's decision-making is the problem. It wasn't his legs. It wasn't his athleticism that digressed. It was him as a person. Defenses started preparing for Carson Wentz, and that was the fall of Carson Wentz, not actually Carson Wentz mobility or anything like that. On top of Doug Peterson failing to have that locker room being led with the Nick Foles and Carson Wentz situation, he kind of didn't handle that properly. You have zero run game. Your number one wide receiver in the Super Bowl was Nick Foles on a trick play. That's the only memorable moment I remember. I don't remember Alshon Jeffrey doing a lick of shit. I don't remember anybody else doing anything.
You don't remember that catch in the back of the end zone where he tiptoed in there?
No, Mike, they
I don't care.
No, what's the name? Nick Foles threw for like 400 some yards.
Yeah.
Nick Foles had a good game, but guess what, Coach? At the end of the day, I'm looking at Doug, and there's a reason there was such a huge fall, and it's because you just didn't implement the right system, a long-going system to where this is going to work. You have to have every single guy remain healthy. It wasn't a next man up mentality because the rest of your roster just wasn't deep enough. And now you're in a situation, you have Travis Etienne coming back from his season-ending injury. You have James Robinson, who still is 1,000-plus yard running back, and you don't do the run game. You have zero run game. And you have a rookie quarterback going in the year two who just got destroyed, still no offensive line, so no wide receivers. So you look at it and you got to go, what do you have to work with? It's probably going to give Tim Tebow another call, see what happens with that. But, we really don't know at the end of the day. I don't either. But it's something to where I think it's better than Byron, without a doubt. Like, I'm not a Byron supporter.
I think he'll be a good head coach wherever he does land, if he does land anywhere. But
I think a couple years from now, Byron would be a good head coach.
So let me ask you this: why are you not a Byron supporter, and why you don't think?
My big thing about Byron and what just being real about it, like I think, you look at what happened and you go, okay, cool. Like you didn't do anything with Jameis. You had the 30 for 30 and that's cool. He threw over 5,000 yards and that's cool. He had 30 interceptions. And a big part of that's on Jameis. I'll say 15 to 20 of those interceptions were on Jameis. Like that's not on Byron. But at the end of the day, though, you weren't winning with that offense. That offense wasn't a winning culture. At the end of the day, the only thing that changed that was Tom Brady and Gronk. That's what made the offense a lot different. And I think at the end of the day, you really have to look at it and think, I think if he has a couple more years of just being a coordinator, then I definitely think he's going to be able to be, a head coach somewhere. I just think he hasn't been there long enough.
Let me bring it back off that, Mike, real quick. Yes, he had an all-star cast of receivers. He's got Tom Brady. He had the tight ends. He had a good offensive line. What are you going to go ahead in Jacksonville? You're going to have a dump of offensive line,
right.
A rookie quarterback that's still wet, and again, no weapons. So you're going from having everything to having nothing, and you think you're going to be a success. He hasn't had a chance to recruit anybody or build anybody.
And that's why, Coach, to me, I thought Brian Flores was the right move, because Brian Flores has been through tanking situations before. He's been in horrible situations before, and he's built a culture all the way up in Miami. He's built great teams. So to me, I've never seen Leftwich build a team, though. I've seen Brian do it.
Yeah,
but
let's talk about Leftwich, Flores real quick. Suing the NFL. NFL's come out with statements about minorities being in the coaching ranks. What I need everybody's take on this one. What do you think is regards to Flores? Do you think he's got something on there, or is the NFL doing is what they should, or you think the NFL is still lacking?
He definitely got something there, and I think it's definitely highlighting how the Rooney Rule is really just not set up to help get minorities jobs. Basically, what the Rooney Rule is just basically said, okay, well, hey, I didn't hit my certain quota where how many minorities that I have to interview, I can go hire the guy that we want to hire anyway. So it don't really the Rooney Rule really doesn't help minorities get jobs in the NFL. Hey, let's be honest. He took a stance. He risked it. He didn't just risk. He risked it for himself, and with him knowing the stance that he took, is that okay? He knew that okay, it's a chance that I won't coach in the NFL ever again. But he said, you know what? I'm gonna highlight the problems not just for me, but other minorities and the coaches. And one thing people fail to realize, we're not just talking about African Americans. We're talking about the Latino families and other races as well. We're not just talking African American.
Yeah, everything but white. We everything but white. It's they need to have equal opportunity.
Right. It's just wild that a man can go into an interview, waste his money, fly out there for an interview, and with him not even having a fair chance to get the job because they already chose their guy. So the NFL definitely needs to relook at the Rooney Rule. And it's gonna be this is going to be a drawn out case, and just gonna be interesting to see where it goes.
Coach, what do you think, man? What's your take on all of this?
To be honest with you, I just think it's. I said it from the beginning, man. When you only got what 2 offensive coordinators that are African American. You look at the league right now; it's an offensive driven league. And you look at the coaches that got fired, they were defensive coordinators, got fired because of their offense, except Minnesota. But then you go back, and there's no offense, no knock at what Mike says, and I've said it too. When it comes to African Americans, there's always an excuse. We say Brian Leftwich is not good because he had Tom Brady, or he had it because of supporting cast. I've said it plenty of times about the enemy because he's under Andy Reid and Nagy messed it up. Like,
do you think Leftwich got left out because of this?
No, I mean the only one really wanted him was the Jaguars. But the Jaguars, he's familiar with the Jaguars. But he also understands you got to have a GM that both GM and coach got to be on the same page. Because usually GM and coach go together. But I think that's our issue. As when you look, he doesn't have this yet, but. Because who does Leftwich have? Bruce Arians. Leftwich been an OC for damn near 6-7 years without knowing because he's been with Bruce Arians. we don't fit in the crowds. Like everybody says, Roger Goodell, Roger Goodell. It's not Roger Goodell. It's 32.
No, it's the individual teams.
It's 32
because
billionaires.
Roger Goodell doesn't hire coaches.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the owners and the GMs that hire coaches.
And the reality of it is, we don't let GMs. We don't have that many African American GMs. We don't have that many. We don't have any owners. Think about it. Denver Broncos, 2 billionaires, 1 billionaire African American, and Jay-Z said they want to buy the team. Guess what? They're not even in the runnings. Same as with Carolina before Carolina hired Steph Curry, Puff Daddy wanted to buy the Carolina Panthers. They weren't even in the running.
They need to get Snoop Dogg in there. Come on.
But the reality of it is, you're gonna see the same cycle. I mean, I applaud Brian Flores for doing that, but that's what we do. And I said this about the Gruden thing. We do this all the time. We rant, we go on these strikes, and we complain. And guess what? You know what's gonna happen? Next Sunday, it's gonna be no one's talking about this. Everybody's gonna focus on the Super Bowl. And then you know what the NFL is gonna do? Hey, we're gonna go to court. No one's gonna hear about it. Same as Kaepernick. No one heard about Kaepernick going to court until the end, and you don't even know what it was, or you don't even know how much he made or nothing.
No,
like
everything's swept under the rug. Everything's confidential.
And that's the issue. That's the issue about it. Now everybody and their mama knew who the Giants was gonna hire as the head coach once they got the GM. Like everybody knew it. Same as the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the fact. That's why the 49ers defensive coordinator, when he saw Jim Harbaugh and everybody was Jim Harbaugh, he redrew his name. It's when it comes to African Americans, it's always a reason why we can't get the job. But we respect a quarterback's coach that's never called a play being OC.
Yeah.
We respect
Eric Bieniemy, who's definitely been on the top of the list there in I guess whatever he's been rumored to be a very tough interviewer.
But no, Mike Charles,
do we even buy that?
Charles, when Chicago hired the GM, they said it. Andy Reid asked him to give Enemy a chance. He didn't even give him an interview. He didn't even give him an interview. Like, all I'm saying is, when it comes to African Americans, oh, he's good, but look at Mike Tomlin. Never had a losing season, and halfway through the year, you're always trying to fire him. You're always trying to fire him, but you don't say that for other teams.
I honestly think that's going to become a big issue if we don't get Flores a job. If we don't see Bieniemy get a job, because Bieniemy's been in the running for coaching positions for years. He definitely deserves one, at least a shot somewhere. But I think this thing's going to escalate so far if those 2 prominent black coaches don't get jobs.
They're not going to get a job.
And that's sad. That's really sad.
Last thing with Flores. I haven't listened to what Flores said. I heard all what he said. I hope and pray that he has a solution and don't take the money. But that's the important thing. You got to have
show some character right there.
Like, hey, this is what we need. This is what I want. And don't take. You can take the money, but you better get what was the whole point of doing this.
Yes.
Because what the NFL,
don't sell out. Don't sell out.
And that's the issue.
I think that's what Kaepernick did. I think Kaepernick sold out.
He did. I agree with you 100%.
Kaepernick sold out, but he gave all of that money to nonprofits, and he gave all that money to charities.
But he still didn't get the solution.
I agree with you, but what was Kaepernick's solution? What did he want? Like,
no, right? I feel you, but what I think, I think about Colin is Colin didn't really know like what to instill or what to even ask for. I don't even think it was so early on at that time. It was 2014, 2015. I don't think Colin had a good understanding of what to do. And really the league didn't have his back the way they're having Brian Flores' back right now.
But
not at all.
But are they having Brian Flores back?
But that's the thing.
Everybody, Freddie, don't do that. Everybody has Brian Flores' back right now.
The league. You said the league. I'm not sure about
every single body in the league supports Brian Flores right now. People were smashing Colin.
Mike.
Dude,
I'm gonna say
don't sit up here and lie, bro.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, but Mike, I'm
I
gonna say this: everybody's gonna have their point of view, and that's the thing. But guess what? You know what's gonna happen next week? It happens even when you go back to the police brutalities. It happens for 2 or 3 weeks. We march and we do all
And
this,
no one cares.
and then no one cares. We're on to the next story. Like that's
That's
the
how
thing
it
about
is.
it. That so with Brian Flores, I respect him for what he's doing because he'll never be a head coach again. But
XFL's coming.
But what he needs to do, honest, truthfully, you better have some solutions. You better have, hey, we need this because it's cool. You make this stand. Have some solutions to make a change,
Right.
because that's going to be the question. You want this, or how can we implement it? What can we implement? Man, to implement, in my opinion, you gotta have some African American GMs. You gotta have some African American OCs. Like we don't have any. Like, and that's what it runs. And we have to, what is our criteria to be a head coach? Because again, Denver hired a coach. He was with the Jaguars. He didn't call the plays in Green Bay, but we say he's a good hire. You compare that to,
I wouldn't say he's a good hire if that's the case.
you compare that to Brian Leftwich and the enemy. The enemy went to the AFC Championship.
Oh yeah, I made it clear. Nathaniel Hackett's a bum, bro. Like I don't care what anybody says.
But you see what I'm saying? The enemy went to the AFC Championship 4 years in a row.
Right.
But we don't give him the credit for it. Brian Leftwich went to the Super Bowl, but we don't give him the credit for it. He put up offensive stats, but we don't. Even with all them people that was hurt at receiver, they still was a top 5 offense. But we don't give him the credit because you say, no, that was Tom Brady's doing. Tom Brady talking about a win. I would give him credit for that. Yeah. I would give Brady for that.
I mean, what happened before Brady and after Brady? Well, before Brady, 30 interceptions. After Brady, Super Bowl ring. With the same group of receivers.
Yeah.
Same OC. Same head coach as the year before.
And we can go look at the film of Jameson. We know, everybody knows Jameson.
Right, that's what I said. More than half of those picks were on Jameis. It wasn't the game plan.
But at the end of the day, we've always found a way to knock black coaches. Mike Tomlin, again.
It just sounds like there's a lot of nitpicking going on, and not anybody's getting a chance because of that. And they just need to be given a chance. Like Brian Flores, I was really surprised to hear he got fired in Miami. He damn near got that team to the playoffs. Did an excellent job with Tua, with having, trying to mold him, get that team together, and then you can him. I don't get it. I think with another year or two, he's probably contending for the division.
And even the coach in Houston that they hired last year and then they fired, this year. And we all knew with the expectations, Houston wasn't going to be good. But guess what? They competed every game.
Yeah. And you know who they didn't hire?
Who?
Man, they about who? That quarterback. McCown.
Yeah. Nah, they said it wasn't as serious as people thought it was.
All right, guys. All right, well, we are taking calls if you want to go ahead. Even during the game, we'll take calls if you want to go ahead and rant. 813-699-5353. Zach is over there saying there shouldn't have to be a rule. Everybody should get a fair chance at any head coaching job. I agree, Zach.
And that's where I was coming from with it too, is the rule in itself is racist because like I have a niece. I know Coach has kids. Charles, I know you have a son. It comes down to it when your kid doesn't want to do something, you bribe them with a toy or candy or something like that, to make them do the right thing. And that's what this is, because if you interview a minority head coach, you get a 3rd round pick, you get a 4th round pick, you get credentials for it. And that's where it screams racism. Now, and that's where I do put it on Goodell at some point, though, is because like the Gruden situation with the emails, you read every single one of those business emails that was going through an NFL server of going through those emails. You saw Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders naked that he was sending pictures to. You saw gay slurs. You saw homophobic remarks. You saw racism throughout those things and just let it go right through.
Wait. The only thing I heard there, and I'm being kidding, of course. The only thing I heard there was naked Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. How come I wasn't tagged in that? I need to get tagged on.
We'll get you in there, Charles. But it's something to where, though, I look at it and I have to understand that it starts at the top. And I know it's hard to be like, hey, I know you're an owner, I know you're paying your money and you're paying your share, but we're getting you out. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to make the league better. And it starts at the top, and then it starts with the owners. The owners are in just as much hand as I put in Goodell, if not more, because they're the ones actually hiring these people. Now, I'll say this, though.
They're the ones controlling the team. Goodell's not doing any of that.
But I'll say this about the Brian Flores situation. Here's why I hate the Rudy rule is because I have no problem with the Giants hiring Dable, because you want an offensive-minded guy. Brian Flores is a defensive-minded guy. So I get it. I get it to that degree. Freddie, you can shake your head, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't force yourself to hire somebody you don't want to hire. But the problem is now you're being forced to interview someone when you already know who you're going to hire. But that's where it's messed up.
Hey,
that's where it's messed up.
But the point about the running rule, here's the thing. You take the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they talk about it all the time. They already knew who they was gonna hire. They had got a call from somebody. Hey, you need to talk to Mike Tomlin. They talked on the phone. Then he brought the family. He brought him and his family in and was like, "Hey, this is our guy." But the thing about it was he wasn't even. I don't even think was he the DC. If he was the DC, he was like for 2 years. The issue is when you're looking at billionaires. Billionaires don't go to public schools. Their kids don't go to public schools. No, they go to private schools and they pay good money. And guess what?
Yeah.
And you look at the percentage of the kids that go to public school that go to the schools that they go to, it's like a 2 or 3% African American. So you're not around a lot of black people. So when you hear the conversation, so when you have those conversations, we used to hear all the time, we're not smart enough to play quarterback.
Right.
Now look at us as a quarterback.
Right.
Again, defensively, we're defensive minded. Coach, all our African American coaches, 9 times 10, since Jim Caldwell, I can think of right now, they were all on the defensive side. We don't have offensive coaches. Like, that's the issue. You look at the GM.
I'll ask you this though, Coach. I'm curious to ask because Freddie was the one that brought it up. Mike Tomlin endured this rule, and he brought it in. He established that Rudy rule. But he's only had 2 African-American or minority coaches on his coaching staff throughout the last 15 years. We talk about holding Brian Flores accountable, but why aren't we holding Mike Tomlin accountable for his own rule?
No, I agree with you.
Well, it's not. Well, that's correct. It's not his rule. It's the owner's rule. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Rooney family.
Mike, I agree with you.
That's based off of Mike Tomlin, though.
You know why? And here's the thing, and this is the honest truth. I agree with you.
But that's what I'm saying though, is coaches like it screams volumes to what you're saying is not helping each other. That's definitely
and I agree. But that's why here's the fact that I love Bruce Arians, his whole entire staff. Special team coordinator black, defensive coordinator black, head coach black. Guess what? Strict conditions is a woman. And even I know people we hate on them. I respect the Washington what are they?
Commanders.
I say the Commodores. I respect.
We're going commando in Washington.
I watch the Commanders. You look at them. You look what they went through all that crap, but guess what happened? The president is black. The GM is black. The head coach is you have African Americans. Like, it's a lot more black people in there.
Yeah, and their alternate jersey is black.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, like, you got to step in and you got to have these meetings and you have to put ownership. Same as like I said earlier when we talked about the Raiders. Like, Goodall and them need to put rules in. Hey, you have to have conversations with African Americans. Right. You have to understand, and you have to have we can start an internship, and you can basically groom somebody, get out from straight out of college that's African American and groom them.
Right. And that's where I was coming from, though, is like with Nathaniel Hackett, though, it's like you're telling me you looked at Jim Caldwell, you looked at Brian Flores, you looked at Byron Leftwich, Eric Bieniemy, and you told me you landed on Right, and you landed on Nathaniel Hackett. Like, that's bullshit to me. You're feeding me lies, and that's where it's like it doesn't make sense. And you're gonna feed me we're bringing in Nathaniel because we want Rodgers. No, you don't, because you're offering Teddy Bridgewater a 2-year deal. At the end of the day, that's $39 million. There's no shot that you're gonna go after Rodgers. Number one, because you're not competent, and number two is because Elway, if he is always drunk all the time, isn't gonna be able to stay on the phone long enough to realize what's going on. So I think that's where my problem with it is. I get where Giants fans and the NFL is upset, but going for Dable being your guy isn't a bad option if that's the route you wanted to go. The problem with it is that you opened your fat mouth and said, oh, yeah, but you didn't even give Flores a shot or even a conversation. You just automatically said Brian's my guy and you're only interviewing him to interview him. That's the problem. You can interview Brian and still say at the end of the day, Dable's my guy. I like him more. I think he fits what we're trying to do, and I'd have no problem with it. Okay, you gave him a shot.
Let me go ahead and ask you a very final closing question. We're hitting Jeopardy. We're gonna have some fun because this is kind of getting a little bit drawn out. Even if you go ahead and interview everybody, that if you interview your quota, so to speak, what does that change? I know you're taking time out, but if you already made up your mind, hey, I'm not hiring these people, I am just doing it because of the rule, does that really change anything?
It's to save face at the end of the day, and that's what the rule is.
Mike, let me ask you this. And I'm Charles, I know. Let me ask you this. This is the honest truth. You take the Minnesota Vikings. Who are you hiring? If anybody was open, Bieniemy or John Harbaugh from Michigan?
Jim
Harbaugh from Michigan. I'm sorry.
I think you have to look at it honestly. I hired Jim because I look at what Jim's done. Jim's gone to a Super Bowl as a head coach.
And see what I'm saying? But that wasn't his team. No. It wasn't his team. Mike Cemetery developed that team.
I hear all the noise around Bieniemy. All the noise that this guy is.
I love Bieniemy.
This guy's a good mind. This guy's done things with that offense, and that's kind of like the offense I would like in Minnesota. I would need a quarterback to go ahead and operate that offense, but you know what? If I need an offensive-minded guy, I would go with Bieniemy.
Right. And Charles, here's where I'm coming from though, because I know people are watching. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But it's something to where I look at what he did with Colin Kaepernick. He went 44-19. He went to a Super Bowl. He's been an NFL head coach. He understands what that culture is instilled. He's went to college, had success there. I've had Matt Nagy. I've heard the same things about Eric Bieniemy about Matt Nagy. So I'm not doing that again.
But Mike, Jim Harbaugh, first off, didn't have that team when he was succeeding. He didn't draft that team. His downs.
It don't matter if he drafted it or not. That's
what I'm saying. It wasn't his. It wasn't just like John Gruden. John Gruden got credit for Tampa Bay Super Bowl, but he didn't create that team.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is though.
But then we flip it to Michigan. He only had one good year out of 7 or 6, however long he's been there. That was last year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you though. Is like I look at it, and having any success in Michigan is better than none because they're not a good football school. That's just the fact of the matter.
But at the end of the day, this is my last thing. At the end of the day, just like you said,
sure,
you knocked enemy down from the very beginning of why, and you went straight to what Joe Harbaugh did this. After I told you he didn't create the team, and you saw how.
Right, but what I'm telling you is look how many head coaches take jobs and don't create the team. You could say if Freddie's Giants, I'm sorry, Freddie's a Rams fan now. I forgot.
Really? Come on, man.
I'm done with the Giants, man. I'm done.
If Freddie's previous Giants win the Super Bowl next year, Brian Dable didn't make that team. And that's what the reality is, though, Coach. And here's what I'm saying. If you would have looked at me and said, Jim Harbaugh or Brian Flores, I'll take Brian Flores. I like his success. He's built teams from the ground up. He's done a lot more. With Eric, like I said, I've heard the same thing about Matt Nagy from the same place. And I don't take that chance.
And there you go. And that's why. That's why we go still have the same thing.
All right. It's time to cut loose, everybody. It's time to have some fun. Let's go ahead. We got Jeopardy coming up right now. So let me go ahead and show everybody the board that we have instilled in us. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and show you the board. Then we're going to go ahead and choose who goes first. So here is your board. We have MVPs, halftime performers, QBs and coaches, memorable plays, and Super Bowl ads. Now, you see there, Coach Mike and Freddie are on there. I'm still going to play, but my answers don't count because I'm able to see all your answers coming in. So that kind of like, gives me a little bit of an advantage.
Hey, so we got to text you the answer? We ain't got to write on the board? I brought this board for no reason?
So what I'm going to do, you shut up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Everybody, after you see the answer, you need to go ahead and give me your answer on Facebook Messenger. As soon as I get your 3 answers, we go ahead and reveal what the real answer is and award points and so on and so forth. Now, let's go ahead and pick to see who actually starts this thing.
Hey, let's Freddie start since he's the guest.
No.
We gotta pick. Listen, I spent time on this thing, okay? I spent time on this. We need to go ahead and pick a wheel. So I got the wheel. There's the wheel.
Yeah, Coach.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
That's Mike. So Mike will start. Okay.
Let the young
Let's go ahead and get back there. So I am not going to do music because God knows we get kicked off.
I'm too hungover for
let's. So Mike, go ahead. You got to have to deal with that hangover, my friend. You go ahead. You have first selected the board.
QBs and coaches. Wait, Charles, I've never played Jeopardy. Is 100 the best or is 500 the best?
500.
The more points is the harder the question is, the more points it is.
So 500.
We're very hungover today, so I'm gonna go QB and coaches for 100.
Okay, you wuss. The anti-COVID vaxxer was the starting quarterback of the 2011 Super Bowl.
Oh man!
Hey, Ron.
Go ahead and put in your answers on Facebook. Put in your answers. As soon as I get your answers, we'll go ahead.
We all do it.
Yeah, all of you guys do it.
Okay.
I got Freddie. Freddie's in. Yep, there we go. So everybody is in. The correct answer is Aaron effing Rodgers, and everybody got it right. Of course, everybody is going to get that right. So he got some State Farm.
Oh yeah, can't say I got 0. Let's go.
Can't say. You still got control of the board since you got it right, Mike. Go ahead.
I'm gonna double down. Go 200.
200.
Coaches.
This quarterback threw for 505 yards, the most passing yards ever in a Super Bowl. By the way, this is not done by me. This is actually done earlier this month. All right, I got Mike.
Coach. It's what's the name? I said the wrong one.
I got Mike and Coach in there, both having the same answer. I'm waiting for Freddie.
Nah, Coach, we're right, bro.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we got Brady, and Freddie. The correct answer was Tom Brady. So Coach and Mike get the credit. Freddie does not. No points for you. We don't do negative points here, so don't worry about that. And Mike, since you got the question correctly, you still have control.
He probably thought it was Aaron Rodgers again.
He actually did, actually. Then he tried to correct and say Mahomes. So he was wrong on both accounts.
That's not even close in spelling, bro. But I'm going to go MVPs 100.
MVP's 100. This player won the 2017 Super Bowl MVP in the most shocking comeback fashion of all time. Wonder who that could be. Coach went ahead and unsent the message. You realize I can see it already anyway. Okay.
Oh wait, give me a second.
Oh
Charles.
no, you answered already. You answered.
Nah, it's right, but I was gonna be specific.
No. All right. The correct answer is Tom Brady. None of you guys got it right.
I said
Brady. Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
No, I said Brady.
No, you didn't say
I thought it said MVP.
No.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do is the first answer you guys put down, because I'm not taking this Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Nick Foles. I'm not taking that type of answer. The first answer you put down, that's the one you're going with.
Wasn't that when the Eagles won?
No.
No,
That's the Super Bowl comeback. Everybody knew it was Tom Brady.
That was 51. All right. Nobody got it right. Mike's still in control.
Man, I got
200.
For which one?
Down.
I think he wants MVPs. Currently featured in State Farm commercials, this player won MVP in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
First answer. That's it. One answer.
Oh, shit.
And Freddie, waiting for you.
I messed up. No,
you can't. No, you can't do it.
I fixed it. Charles, I fixed it.
No, you can't do it. No.
Charles, I fixed it, and you saw it.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Wow. All right. That's cool.
You sure that's right?
Oh, they put Rodgers. I should go ahead and just not give him credit.
Nah, that's cool. Nah, you're right. You're right. Double down on it.
Yeah, give me my 200.
Freddie also had Rodgers, by the way, so he didn't.
Hey, I guess
his mind is on Rodgers going to New York. That's what's happening.
I guess Aaron Rodgers not as good as you expect.
Nah, he don't like New York no more.
I had my year mixed up, man.
He lives in Texas, but he's a Rams fan. Anyways,
I was born in California, sir.
Memorable moments. That's cool. 100 for memorable moments.
Memorable plays for 100. This Patriot made an amazing catch in the 2017 Super Bowl with two defenders on top of him. First answer only.
I don't know how to spell his name, but I tried.
Don't worry. You don't get points taken away from misspelling. Oh hell no.
Hell yeah. You like me, Charles? How you like me? Come on,
Freddie and Coach. I'm waiting for you guys. Something here.
Josh Gordon, Freddie. It's Josh Gordon.
I gotta give it count of 5.
I was just thinking about that. Thank
5,
you.
4, 3, 2. Coach is in, and Freddie's in. Okay, correct answer is Julian Edelman making the high catch. Freddie gets points. Mike gets points. Coach gets 0. So right now it's 600 for Mike, 500 Coach, 200 Freddie.
Mike
still control the boy. He's still getting the answers right.
Slippery slope, my boy.
Man, I got screwed on the Tom Brady one, but okay.
Can I ask a question first though? What is super ads?
Super ads, advertisements during the Super Bowl.
Oh hell, we staying away from that shit. I'm drunk during the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna go MVPs again for 300.
100. He's moving down. Who is the Super Bowl MVP in the 2019 Super Bowl?
Oh, man.
Who won the Super Bowl in 2019? Oh, God dang it. Where's my...
All right, you got Freddie. Well, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. I got Freddie.
What?
I got Coach.
I'm typing. I think.
I got it wrong. He took too long, Coach.
Well, nah, it was just I already sent it, but I doubled down on it. I doubled down on the last.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right, so Coach, that was your last one, right above the DB should have.
Yeah.
Okay, so Edelman, Brady. That is what we have. The correct answer is Edelman.
Oh.
So I was like, I don't want to double down, but
yeah, I know Brady went to Disney with Edelman. I was there, by the way.
Yeah, because they asked him that after the game, where are you going? And he started swearing about Disney World.
Yeah. All right, Freddie and Coach are now tied for second.
Coach.
Well, look out. Freddie's making a comeback. Mike got control still.
I'm going to do memorable plays for 200.
Did Mike got 900?
Yeah.
This player made an end zone interception to seal his team's victory.
What
year?
It doesn't say. You're going to have to go ahead and get it.
I got it. Carl, respect me,
Charles. Mike, I got your answer. Coach and Freddie, I'm waiting for you.
I can't say what he was.
I have no idea.
No, you can't say it. Stop that.
I can't.
I know what position he was.
All right, I'll go ahead and give a count of 5. 5, 4, 3.
Carl, let me give him a hint. Let me give him a hint.
Okay, we got no. Don't give him a hint. The DB against the Pats DB against the Seahawks. That don't count.
That's bullshit.
Honey Badger or Butler.
Butler.
The
That's
correct
insane.
answer, Bucky
Yes,
Butler.
sir. That's my safety brother.
Man.
Mike, the only one that got that one right. Good job. The rest of you guys. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Mike is stretching out his feet, and he's hungover, folks. He's hungover.
Yeah.
We might need to get him tested, man. How
Hey,
you gonna go
only Rob
with it?
Gronkowski
Maybe he
out
does
there.
better when he's drunk. I don't know.
I do. You should see me. Never mind. 300 for memorable plays. Almost said something very incriminating.
Oh,
Yes, you
man.
did. So close. This team lost the 2000 Super Bowl by getting tackled at the 1-yard line. Who was that?
2000.
In the year 2000, this team lost the Super Bowl by getting tackled at the 1-yard line. They got coach. Coach is in. Mike is in. And waiting for Freddie. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Okay. Freddie's in. So I got Coach said Titans. Mike and Freddie say Rams. Correct answer is the Titans.
Rams won the Super Bowl, guys.
Yep. And the coach is now in control of the board.
Yeah, all I remember
Thank you.
was the color of the jerseys, but I don't remember who played.
Coach, pick something.
I
good.
was 0. I was 1.
Hey, let's go MVPs for 500 because I got to get back in this thing.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
yeah, that's how you feel.
500.
This cheese-headed player won his first ever Super Bowl MVP award in 1970. Now, Coach is telling me it better not be any 50s stuff going on over here. And I just let you know that's not 50 stuff. That's 60 stuff.
That's easy, man.
Well, okay, answer. I haven't seen anybody answer yet.
I'm just gonna take it. This is just a long shot here, so
What is
I'm
the
just
quarterback
guessing.
name?
All right,
19
Freddie's
what?
in.
I'm just guessing.
You're just guessing. I think that would be a good guess.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
took a shot.
Everybody put Bart Starr in there, and I think everybody is correct. That's Bart Starr. That is correct. There you go.
Thank God. Thank God. I know Packers fans watching would have been on my ass if I would have said someone else.
All right. Still Mike, Coach, and Freddie in that order 1,600, 1,300, and 1,000. Let's go ahead. Coach, you still got control of the board.
Quarterbacks and coaches 400.
Come on, Coach.
Nobody want that halftime performance.
Ain't nobody.
Yeah, right.
No one's touching that shit.
How many coaches have been a starting player in a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl winning coach? Double the points if you can name that coach. How many coaches have been a starting player in a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl winning coach? I haven't read this answer, so I don't know what it is. And if you can name it, I guess you can double your points. All right, Coach is. I got Mike's answer. Coach is answering.
You want the coach name?
Well, they want to know how many coaches have been starting in the Super Bowl and a Super Bowl winning coach. So they want two answers. If you get the number of coaches correct, you get the points. But if you get the name of the coach, you get double the points.
Oh,
So right now, I got numbers from Freddie, Mike, and Vic, and Coach got the number and the coach.
Oh,
so does anybody want to take a stab?
Oh, I could give a coach. I could give a coach.
Give a coach.
I got you.
So, question: If I give the number right, do I still get the points for that?
You get the regular amount of points, but if you get the coach correct, you get double it.
Okay.
You have to have both. Okay, everybody got it in. So I got Mike said 3 and Ditka. No, Freddie says 1 and Ditka. I can't. And 3 and it's just my accent. All right, here's the correct answer. Mike Ditka was it, and that's the only one. So whoever said 1 and Ditka got double the points. Everybody else gets just regular points. That would be Freddie. Freddie gets double the points. He said 1 and Mike.
Off that toe, Coach.
There you go. Freddie moves into second place.
Yeah, I just figured Dicka couldn't have been the only one to do it.
No, but so actually, since Freddie got both right, Freddie gets control of the board.
Oh boy.
I picked two because I was like, I don't know anybody in the 50s and 60s. You know, they always
Right. That's why I was
they
like,
were
they
like
had
good coaches back then. So I was like,
Yeah.
I like the halftime performers. So you know what? Ooh,
do the big.
That's some bullshit. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Freddie don't even remember.
What do you
We
do?
talking
halftime
football,
performance
we
100.
talking football, and I'm gonna lose this game because Freddie pays more attention to the Doritos commercials than me. That's crazy.
This year's Super Bowl features Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and 2 other performers. You got to name both of them. Dr. Dre, Snoop, Kendrick Lamar, and 2 other performers.
Let's go.
All right.
Love this.
Coach is in.
I'm trying to find a better name. Hold on. There you go.
Freddie is in.
You know, Freddie knows. Go Rams.
Mike gave me 1, but missing 1 more. There. All right, here we go. All right. So Mike got in with Eminem and Yo Mama. Freddie has Eminem and Mary J. Victor's got Mary J and Eminem. So is it Mary J and Eminem? It is Mary J and Eminem. That means Freddie and Coach get the points. And that also means that lead now is slim. 2,000, 1,900, and 1,800.
You don't know. She could be your mama.
We're gonna do halftime performance 200.
Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen,
Why
now
you
to the
going-
stage is Yo Mama.
Hey, stop going with these little rinky-dink 200s, man. Go up.
Oh, you want me to go 500? You want me to do it? Go.
Let's read some comments here. Zach says, now you need Aaron Rodgers to host. Julian Edelman, people are answering there. Freddie, as a Rams fan, you got to know this. So they're pulling for you. Freddie, you still got control of the board.
Coach wanted me to go high on the board, but
Well,
I'm
dude,
trying to
he doesn't
win.
have control of the board. Don't let him brainwash you.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Halftime performance 200.
Okay. Little wuss. This musical performer came like wearing a wrecking ball during the 2015 halftime show. Came in like a wrecking ball. Her ass would really fall. All right, Mike is in.
Oh, what's her name? Oh,
I don't know why I keep.
That don't help, Freddie. Banging your head don't help.
I gotta say a full name, Charles.
No. Just as long as I knew. Which one.
didn't. I didn't say it for me.
All right. Mike's in. Coach is in.
I'm trying to think of the name.
You got to get that name, Freddie. Keep control of the board.
Yeah. You like this category, right?
Give me down to 5.
Oh man.
4.
Hold on. It's right here.
3.
Hold on.
2.
There.
1.
It's
Yeah,
there.
look-
It's there.
All right, I got
Looking
it.
it up on Google. I don't want to hear that shit.
Freddie and Victor. Freddie, I'm sorry. I'm saying your real name, Coach. Freddie and Coach say Katy Perry. Mike says Miley Cyrus. Katy Perry. That means Mike now falls out of the lead and is now tied with Coach for second place. Freddie's in the lead at 2,100.
Hold on. Miley Cyrus?
When he said something about a wrecking ball, so I was
Yeah.
like, Miley Cyrus.
No, man. I knew. Look, I was about to say Carrie Underwood. I knew it was either Underwood or I couldn't think of it.
I couldn't think of the name. I was like, oh.
Freddie got still control of the board.
Halftime performance 300.
He's knocking this one out of the park, folks. This lady headlined the halftime show before Tom Brady's epic comeback against the Falcons in 2017. The performance featured an American flag consisting of 300 drones, the first time drones were ever used as part of a TV broadcast. Again, halftime show, Super Bowl 51. Go ahead and name that person who performed.
I'm about to type it in.
All right, Mike is in.
I'm just throwing out names at this point.
I think that might be a good game, man. I'll be honest with you. Freddie's in. Coach is in. Everybody says,
Anything in like 2,000 above, I'm good.
everybody said Gaga. Lady Gaga is correct. There you go. So everybody gets points. It is still Freddie in the lead by 100, and Coach and Mike are tied. But Freddie still is getting those answers right. He still has control of the board.
You a little nerd.
Let's do halftime performance.
Which one? 400 or 5? What are you going to go? You're going to do 400 or 504? He is laughing so hard. This Super Bowl was the first to feature a performance during the halftime show. This Super Bowl was the first to feature a performance during the halftime. Okay, that's which Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh!
You might be a little bit of a trick question.
Hey, come out. Can we get a guesstimate, or it has to be the exact?
No, it has to be exact. Whatever the answer is, that's the answer you need to put on.
I know this.
No, you don't.
Okay, Mike's got the year. Give me. Okay, Mike's got the year.
No, we need to know the artist.
We gotta hold on.
No.
No.
We need to know what Super Bowl.
Hey, we got to put the full date.
No. We just need to know which Super Bowl it is. Which Super Bowl it is? Yeah,
which Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard because it wasn't.
I'm gonna go ahead and just save you on this one here. You got a do-over, because you gave me a do-over, but there was no Super Bowl in that year.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What?
He put in a number that was older than when the Super Bowl actually started. So I'm giving him.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Charles. Charles, I put in. One of the questions this year was named, so I just put in that year because it was old.
That's fine.
Like run the tape back to. I think it was in halftime performance category.
Come on,
You don't know.
what's up, John?
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, Freddie's in. Coach, okay, Coach actually gave me the Super Bowl.
That's what you said, right?
Super Bowl 1967. Everybody got it right.
Yeah, I'm about to say you threw me. I was like, I couldn't remember the year, but I'm just guessed that was the one.
Everybody cheating.
I either needed the year or the Super Bowl number.
No, because that's why I was like, when you said like the year, I was gonna guesstimate. I ain't even gonna lie. I was gonna say
Dude, Freddie, bro. Pick your last one and we can move on, bro.
Now we're going to ads.
I want to get a super ads. Halftime performance 500.
This lets me know that you don't know nothing about football.
Janet Jackson experienced a wardrobe malfunction while performing with this Trolls star during Super Bowl 38.
Oh my God, y'all don't know this. I forgot. Hey, this lets me know how young they are, Sean.
Are you really? You said anything after 2000 you were good on.
Who you talking to me?
Yeah.
I got it.
You can't give me his last name.
Oh, you want his whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
I was trying to beat the time.
That's my guy.
There is no time.
That's my guy.
Look at Freddie on that cheating. Look at his eyes. We see it.
All right, Mike's in, Coach is in. Freddie is still thinking hard. Oh, here we go. Okay, he's in. All right. Everybody said Justin Timberlake, and you guys are right. Justin Timberlake was correct.
Freddie be typing fast, boy. I tell you.
Everybody knows again.
I was texting Charles.
All right. Halftime performers are done. That is closed out. Freddie, what's next?
Let's do the MVP 400.
400 MVP. This defensive player won the 2015 Super Bowl MVP while playing for the Denver Broncos. Mike is already in.
Oh, I got it right here.
Out. Hey,
Coach is in.
Hey, it's you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. I saw.
All right, Otto switched it.
All right, Freddie's in. Coach is in. All right. Everybody said Miller. Coach said Con Miller, but that's okay. I know what he meant. The correct answer is Con Miller.
When I press in.
So the touchdown.
Which I go with now, Mike.
Yeah, touchdown crew is very knowledgeable, as you can see.
Mike, which one should I go with?
Yeah, let's go. Now the top two are out.
QB.
Let's go QBs and Coach 500.
Let's go.
Yeah, I swear.
This Colts coach was the first African-American coach to win a Super Bowl against the Bears in 2007.
That's easy.
Freddie's already in. So is Coach.
His name, bro. I can't spell his last name, Charles. Can I give you a first name?
Nope.
Homie.
You're gonna have to find out a way. Yeah, you couldn't spell my ass. Everybody.
Is that how you spell it?
You spelled it right.
How you gonna tell me I don't know? They kicked my ass.
I spelled it wrong.
7-year-old Mike was crying.
Yeah, actually, Freddie did spell it wrong. At least he tried, though. He put a.
I did try.
No, you did good.
Hey, man, I got to get some separation on this scoreboard. We too close.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire, man. You know, I was over here thinking it was going to be a blowout, and I'm going to have to pull some type of swag here and double the
come
points
down
or
the
something.
fucking Super Bowl ads.
Hey, he's on the language. Freddie, go ahead.
QB's coach is 300.
Closing out the category there. This one is Sean McVay was the youngest coach to coach during a Super Bowl during his loss to this team.
Are you asking? What was the question?
Yeah, it's one question. Which team did he lose to? Mike and Coach are in. Freddie.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to slide on the Google.
For the big 500.
Oh, yeah. Is he trying to do Google?
Look at him, look at his glasses.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
It's there.
He got in there. And it was the Patriots. Yes.
You a Rams fan?
I had to think. I just turned to a Rams fan, dog.
He's not a Rams fan. He's a Rams fan next week. That's it.
No, I'm a Rams fan. Like,
he had a 1-day contract with the Rams, and that's for next Sunday.
I guess everybody's trying to get a ring this year.
Yeah, right. All right, we got memorable plays and Super Bowl ads. Freddie, you're still in control.
let's do Super Bowl ads 300.
Ooh, right in the middle. Here we go. This company has the most Super Bowl ads.
What?
Dorito. Sorry.
Don't be yelling out answers, giving other people bad ideas. Mike is in.
Ooh.
Hey, man, I'm rocking with it.
I'm gonna go. What's the name?
Freddie, stop Googling.
I'm not Googling nothing.
Freddie, I can see it in your glasses.
You looking at my computer. My phone is way down here.
Everybody's in. Everybody has. Oh, excuse me. No. Coach and Freddie say Bush. No, excuse me. Freddie says Bush. Coach says Budweiser. Mike says Doritos. Somebody's taking control. It's
go.
Back in control.
Hey, I
Coach is in the lead.
Hey, Charles, I know you probably remember Freddie name was young. I just remember all them the little frogs, and then that's all I remember. I was like, them the only ones I remember.
But didn't they also do the Clydesdales too? So it was but they had the most, right?
Yeah,
and they had the Bud Bowl. Come on now. You can't forget about the Bud
Last
Bowl.
time Mike got something right.
All right, Coach, you're in control now.
I got the last one right.
Hey, let's go memorable plays for 500.
500.
Yeah.
Known as the Fridge, this defensive tackle from Chicago scored a touchdown while subbing in on an offensive play during the win in Super Bowl 20. Come on now, everybody. Let's go ahead and make this quick. No Google needed on this one. All right, Mike's in. Need the name. Coach is in.
Freddie, look up at me while you think.
Yeah.
I typed it in by looking at you.
Freddie was waiting for Google to come back, and William Perry is correct. There you go. Everybody got it right. So
William.
His name Walter.
And not his name.
No, it's William. We know that. We know it's different.
Walter Perry.
Yeah, Walter Perry. All right. Coach.
So I want to go memorable players 400.
Yeah.
How you gonna be?
Coach.
You know well.
I don't care where you want to go, Freddie.
Coach trying to brainwash everybody else.
Hey, let's go super ass 400.
Oh man.
Changing it up. This 96 summer blockbuster featuring Will Smith was the first to debut advertising during a Super Bowl. The gamut paid off and was the highest grossing film of the year in 96. This is a little bit out of Coach's range.
What?
We need the film that Will Smith was in. This was the first to debut in advertising during a Super Bowl. I got Mike.
Oh, I know this.
Okay, then type it. Damn it.
I'm typing it. I'm trying not to misspell it.
Mike is
Hell
in.
yeah, I'm a G. I knew
Coach,
I wasn't even born, bro.
Coach is in. We're waiting for Freddie to get Google back up.
Freddie, stare at me in my eyes. Cheating ass dude, bro. Cheating ass dude.
5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, everybody's in. I got Men in Black from Mike and Freddie. Coach, Independence Day. The correct answer is Independence Day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh,
Men in Black did come out like 98, 99.
Nah, it came out in 97 though.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
How do you know that, Mike?
Coach expanding
love
on
that
his
movie.
lead now.
I did too.
Here we
Good
go.
movie.
Coach, go ahead. What do you got next?
shoot, man. Let's keep this going. Let's go
I
super
like
ads
that.
to 500. I win this.
500.
I win this. I'm out.
In 2010, a Super Bowl ad for this product declared, "You aren't you when you're hungry." It featured an 88-year-old Betty White being driven into a puddle of mud while playing football. And well, anyway, it's
You should know what this is. Let's go. All right.
yep. Coach is in, Mike is in, and
look at me.
I'm typing Charles.
no, he got it in pretty quickly.
I was typing Charles.
Yeah. The correct answer is Snickers. Somebody screwed up on that one. You don't want to see this stupid commercial. Get out of here. All right. So everybody got points. Points.
Yeah.
Points. All right.
Yeah,
It
Coach,
is.
you ain't never-
All right,
I'll come
now,
600
wait. So we got 700 points left on the board.
Coach needs to get
We are
every single one of them wrong.
We are now doubling points.
Oh,
We are now doubling points.
this guy.
Coach, you have control of the board.
Hey, this is what we doing now?
This is what we
That's
doing.
what we're doing.
Plays, Coach. Give me the memorable plays.
Hey, super ad for 100. I'm gonna get my little bitty ones first.
This Nike ad from 92 featured Michael Jordan shooting hoops with this cartoon character.
Boy, I almost did the
Coach and Freddie are in. Mike,
I don't know, bro.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freddie and Mike say Bugs. Coach says Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Bunny?
Come on, man.
Okay, all right. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
That's fine. So
You see, I still put my answer in. You see that?
I saw it. You got it. What happened? You got disconnected or something?
I don't know why
Well,
I
see,
did-
I took a minute because I was like, if I write Bugs, Charles is gonna be like, "That's a rabbit, not a bug."
I wrote Bugs.
All right, Coach. Which one? You got 2 left.
Memorable plays 400.
Hell
All right,
yeah,
go for the
Coach.
big one. This Super Bowl giant made an outstanding helmet catch in the final minutes of their win against Tom Brady and the Patriots. They couldn't make it any harder, could they?
Are we talking about the quarterback?
No, the Super Bowl giant, he made an outstanding helmet catch, the person that made the catch.
That's easy.
Dang, what's his
That's
name?
easy, okay? No, Freddie's in. He was the first one.
Victor Cruz. I mean,
Mike is in.
my bad.
Coach is still thinking. He's got it. All right. Everybody said David Tyree. The correct answer is David Tyree.
I don't know why
Of course,
I had Tyreek in my head. What the
yeah. Tyreek
I
Hill,
wish
right?
you would have said Tyreek.
All right. There's a 700 gap between first and second. We are
Coach got it,
quadrupling
man.
points on
That's
this
a
one.
dub. Nah,
This
Coach
is for
won.
8. This
Hey,
is
I
for
won. Give my
800.
point. Okay, that's for 800, but give my point.
800. I did.
Man, I
This
got
is for
more.
800. It wasn't until this decade that a Super Bowl ad cost more than $1 million. It wasn't until this decade, we need the decade, that a Super Bowl ad cost more than $1 million. Give me the decade. Coach is in. Mike is in.
I'm drunk, though. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Freddie's having trouble with his Google again.
Yeah, he's not even looking in my eyes, bro.
No, it's okay.
I'm texting.
He's
No, you're
Texting
not.
Charles.
No, you're not.
all right. Freddie says 90s. Mike said 20th. I think he meant 2000s. I'm just assuming. And Coach said 2000s. The correct answer for the win. 90s. Freddie pulls it out with quadruple points, 6,900 to 6,700. Let's talk to the victor. Freddie, how do you feel? You just won Jeopardy Super Bowl. What are you doing next?
Man, I feel great. Coach came on here, said I won't be on the whole show. Mike didn't publicly say it, but I knew Mike was doubting me. But you know what? I am the champion of Jeopardy. I did that. But I want to give much love to Coach and Mike and for challenging me, making me feel this great. Woo!
Man, you weren't even supposed to be on today, bro.
Texas, Coach,
it wouldn't have mattered.
Charles, Coach, watch this. I got this for you, Coach.
And Freddie
Mavericks, this is for you.
Let me go ahead and tell you what you won. Let me tell you what you won.
So you get nothing. You lose.
A little bit of a delayed reaction there on my.
And let's give a shout out to Freddie's supporting cast, Google.
Yes, let's go ahead and do that. That's very good. Well played. Well played. He didn't take too much time, not more than usual. But that's okay. It's all good. Congratulations. And of course, listen, how did everybody do? I mean, was this a fun segment here? Did everybody enjoy themselves and have just
it was dope.
Kick back, relax? Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
So next week we got the Super Bowl. Of course, we're not going to make our picks until next week, but it's a big game coming up. Nobody had thought the Bengals would be in it. Everybody. Well, not everybody, but I think there was a lot of people that thought highly of the Rams. And now with everything going on with the coaching and everything, Jimmy Garoppolo, we want to throw that out there. He's obviously the odd man out, even though he brought his team to the NFC Championship game. But apparently he's the odd man out. The Steelers seem to be obviously one of the better choices for Garoppolo to go. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Steelers is good? Do you have another team in mind for Jimmy G where he could go? What do you think?
I think Pittsburgh is a good option if they definitely can fix an offensive line. They do have Najee Harris. They can kind of create that, similar system what he's in now, more of a run-first offense, him in that play-action pass, and with that defense. So, yeah, I like the option.
Yep. Coach, what do you think? If you got Jimmy G out there, which team do you think would better suit him?
No, I think if the 49ers are smart, they're moving to the AFC. So I like Pittsburgh. I mean, they made it to the playoffs with Ben.
Right. So you think you just need somebody to control the ball and not throw too many interceptions, and I think you're good.
Yeah, because like I said, everybody draft is gonna be heavy with linemen. A lot of people are gonna be doing a lot of linemen. Drafting linemen, so I think the Steelers will be fine. They'll be more healthy. So,
Mike, what do you think?
I know Pittsburgh's really heavy in on a couple quarterbacks in this draft. Like, actually, they're the only ones that really have made it clear that they do like a couple of these quarterbacks. And I think if it's not that, it's Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna say Washington as my team. I think Jimmy would do really well in Washington with Terry. And he'd be able to do his thing there. And they do have a run-first type of team as well. So I do think it would be an upgrade from Taylor, even though I love Tay-Town. I love Tay-Town. But it's definitely a winning culture if Jimmy Garoppolo is there because,
I kind of like the Pittsburgh move because you got Tomlin in there. You got like a young running back who's already proven himself right there. Got a few receivers. So obviously they could probably upgrade on those, but I think that is definitely that's definitely an option. I think Pittsburgh should really look into it. As long as he's in the right system, I think Jimmy G is going to be good. The Commanders, I agree. New look, new name, new quarterback. That makes all the sense in the world. What about Denver? Does Denver fit in the mix there? Keep them a little bit out west, maybe a little bit higher altitude.
The problem with Denver is Teddy is 10 times cheaper and gives you the same thing. So that's to me, it doesn't make any sense in the world to why you would want to pay $25 million for a lesser Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater at least understands, how to not throw interceptions. He understands when to check down. That's where Jimmy, does fail. He will throw those picks, and he still does throw those picks. He tries to force the ball. So I feel like with Teddy right now, what I'm hearing is it's a $39 million 2-year deal. It's still a hell of a lot cheaper than what Jimmy's getting paid at $25 million annually. So I think with Teddy, you kind of have an understanding of someone who's already been there, someone who's been through the culture. If you have a new head coach who's number one incompetent, because I will bank on him being incompetent, and number two, a new quarterback or Drew Lock, like that's not a good look. So I'd rock with Teddy just for familiarity in that offense.
Freddie, you agree with the Pittsburgh in there, or do you think maybe he's good somewhere else?
Mike brought a good point about Washington. I can see Washington. I can see Pittsburgh. Both two similar teams. More than likely it's going to want to run the ball first and depend on their defense. So I can see them going to both, honestly.
So
either one. My bad.
There was two outside teams that were on there on NFL.com. Both don't have head coaches right now, Miami and New Orleans. I don't see New Orleans picking them up because they have no cap. And
New Orleans couldn't pick me and coach up right now. To coach
they pick me up. They pick me up.
They ain't got nothing to offer you, coach.
Hey, $500K. I'm in that thing.
I don't even think they have that. I mean, maybe a couple of things. That's it.
They got you a bag of Skittles and a ride home, and maybe on the ride home.
That'd be man.
A cheap Uber. Let's see here. So Pro Bowl's happening. Anybody interested in the Pro Bowl? I mean, do we really care anymore? I mean, I was more interested in the skills competition, seeing my boy Mac Jones go ahead and take it home with the whatever the hell that was called, the direct strike or whatever. Going up against.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah, man. But man, Russell Wilson, man, drilled it from precision passing, man. He was doing good.
Oh,
but
wow. Happy
Pro Bowl,
something this year.
Yeah. Pro Bowl, I think it's just listen, don't get hurt. I think that's all it is. You're gonna see some straight up playing, and there ain't gonna be much effort going on there. So I don't even see any worthwhile picking the Pro Bowl. But I think it'll be entertaining at least. It's in Las Vegas, it's in a dome. It's not going to be cold like it is here in Orlando, or cold-ish, I should say.
Tickets were like $50.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to say it's not a real game. Everybody knows it.
Greatest talents in the world, Charles. $50.
Well, you know what?
The All-Star game's like $2K.
It's in some cases that you don't even see the first or second stringers because they're opting out. That's why Mac was picked up.
Yeah, Josh Allen told them to kick rocks. Josh Allen wasn't rocking with that shit.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes ain't rocking with it either.
The AFC went down to 4 or 5 options, and that's where Mac fell in. So it was like, is Mac really a Pro Bowler? No, he's not. It's just he's just an option there. He's next on the list.
Guy who said yes.
Yeah, he's the guy. Exactly. He's the guy that said yes. He's young and dumb. So we'll see. But anyway, that's on tonight, this afternoon, actually at 3:00. And I don't know. I think we are. It's a little bit short, but I think we ought to wrap it up. Anybody got any closing thoughts, remarks there? We'll go around We'll go start with Mike. Mike's always been the one that's last, but we'll start with him first. Any closing remarks?
No.
So he's still hungover, folks. He blew a big lead in Jeopardy. Actually, Coach blew a big lead in Jeopardy.
That's bullshit. Nah, I do have a final remark now because I was going to leave it alone. The fact that 2 categories had nothing to do with football, Charles, that's bullshit.
It did have something to do with the Super Bowl.
Hey, Mike.
Coach and I were thriving.
Mike.
Until Freddie came in with his little Snickers commercial and his little Lady Gaga stuff. That's ridiculous.
Go ahead, Coach. What are you gonna say? I know you got something to say there.
Nah, I mean it's halftime show and the commercials. That's part of the football. That's what gets
it is.
Let's get the non-fan to watch. They watch the commercials and everything. But technically, I won. But Charles wanted to make it close on the last one, and he just gets right, and it's all good. So it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I know.
Are you saying maybe down the road we need a rematch?
No, we don't need a rematch. We need a rematch.
He don't want this same problem.
Hey, but
we'll do it yearly.
Hey, we can do this. Yeah, we'll do this next year. But we will say
you got the bragging rights right now. I'll be back, bro.
In trivia, Freddie, you're the best at going to Google and doing it in 30 seconds.
Oh, Coach, I heard a comment during the show. Oh, let me go look this up real quick. I heard that about your mouth, sir. Just say it.
Hey, on the honest trip, even talking about Brian Flores, I just hope at the end that he has a solution, that he presents a solution that they can make a change and a difference. And
Yeah.
I mean, but other than that, like, I mean, it is what it is. We just got to be better in general as people.
It's a really low point in the NFL. It's a low point overall, period, because we still can't get all this set aside and straightened out to where there's equal opportunity after all these years. And we're not talking about just football. After all these years of equal rights being put, we still haven't gotten it down. And I think that's very sad. And I think everybody needs to go ahead and just wake up and let's just do this. You're the right man for the job. I don't care what color your skin is. You're the right man for the job. Amen. That's it. You get paid nothing less. You get paid what you're worth, and skin should have nothing to do with it. So you're right. I hope Brian Flores makes this step and hits it on the head and walks out getting paid, but also paving the way for something to happen down the road. Whatever that may be, however it is, hopefully it does the trick and gets people to open their eyes. That's all we got. All right. Hey, don't forget, after the Super Bowl, the touchdown crew does not go away. The USFL is in play. The USFL starts in April. 8 teams. We will cover that. We'll go over all the little guys that are trying to make it, just like everybody in the XFL was doing. There's going to be some 1 or 2 potential stars in there, maybe more. We're going to uncover them. We're going to go ahead and follow them and report on them. We're going to make them.
I don't got that channel.
That's okay. Yes, you do have the channel. You have NBC. You have Fox. Trust me, they are going to be broadcast. It starts in April, so make sure you tune in. Get familiar with them. The old 8 teams from the old USFL are making their return. So let's go ahead and let's get on it. But
Charles,
in that time, yes.
Note. Marshall, this was for you. Hey, I just had to throw it out there. Yeah. Coach know what it is.
Guys, take care. Enjoy the Pro Bowl, and we'll see you next week with our Super Bowl show here on the Touchdown Crew. Peace out, everybody.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports all plays.